Good afternoon, welcome to the press room here at Ibrox Stadium. It is of course Rangers' last game of the pre-season. It is Rangers versus West Ham, Sunday 26th of July. The weather is a bit overcast, but it's actually still quite a warm day. Sheryl, you looking forward to this one, Rangers versus West Ham?
I am. It went a wee bit mental after Wednesday, didn't it? Everybody's a bit panicky. Yep, so I think it'll be nice to watch them again. We know that McInnes has kind of alluded to the fact that he's now building a team with Friday on mind. So we were quite interested when the team sheet came out though, weren't we? Because I don't think it was what I was expecting. What about you?
No, it wasn't, but it's interesting. There is a chance for a few players, isn't there? We'll run through this Rangers team. It is Ivor Pandor in goal, Ben Godfrey, Mohamed Diamande, Tello Asgard, Cammy Devlin, Dujon Sterling, who captains the side, Jerry Gassama, Tour Romans, Emmanuel Fernandez, Ryan Nadiri and Finlay Curtis. We expect it to be a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1. We think Pandor in goals, and it'll be Sterling, Godfrey, Fernandez and Tour Romans. It's Gassama and Gassama, and Curtis either side. I suspect Curtis will be on the right, Gassama on the left, and then your middle is Diamande, and it's also Cammy Devlin, and then I think Tello Asgard will play just off Ryan Nadiri. We're guessing, we haven't been confirmed. Is there any Djibouti in there for you? Would you maybe? I think Gassama could play right, Curtis could play left, but is there any other things that you see in there?
I think just for me, not Gassama on the right. After last season, it didn't work. It worked occasionally as an impact player, but I would be far happier with him on the left. Quite happy to see Sterling come in. I know that Derek McInnes said on Wednesday that he would be playing today, so the fact he's fit and in at left back, I'm quite interested to see him there as well. And I don't know, you know how you have players every so often that you just really hope it works out for them. I have big hopes for Ryan Nadiri, so I'm interested to see him today because we didn't see a lot of him last season. I know we paid money to bring him in. Danny Rule had great hopes for him, so I'm interested to see him. And of course, Asgard's cameo on Wednesday had a lot of people talking. We know he's taken the option to come back early from the World Cup and get stuck in with Rangers. So let's see what he can do from the start, because it was certainly very promising when he came on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was. Dujon Sterling as captain is interesting. Given his troubles last year, would he have been my choice as captain? The answer is probably not. I think when you're Rangers captain, you have to lead yourself off the pitch and own it. He had a big mistake last year. I'm not sure that I would have given him captaincy, but that's not my decision, and perhaps I'm being too harsh on him. On the bench for Rangers is Liam Kelly, Ross McCrory, Dan Neil, Lawrence Shanklin, Connor Barron, Yusuf Chermiti, Nadeem Bayrami, Leo Cameron, Ollie Antman, Clinton Nsiala, Bojan Majowski, Alexander Hutton, Tochi Chukwani, Ross McCausland and Paul Inseal. There is no room for our new signing, Vanja Dragicevic, which is interesting. West Ham go with a full team. Mads Hermansen in goals, Kyle Walker-Peters, easy for me to say. This should be easy, but it's not. Kyle Walker-Peters, Max Kilman, James Ward-Prowse, who's a terrific player, Tati Castellanos, who's also a terrific player, Konstantinos Mavropanos. Oh, look at number 19, man. Pablo Felipe Pereira de Jesus, Jared Bowen, Kyber Lamadrid, Oliver Scarless and Mohamed Kante on the bench for them. Areola Alfonsi, the goalkeeper. Finlay Herrick, Maxwell Cornet, Freddie Potts, George Earthy, Caelan Casey, Callum Marshall, Erdis Golombekis, Lewis Orford, Ezra Mayers and Joshua Ijala. So it looks pretty much like it's a West Ham strong first team, but the bench is pretty much all kids, I would say, apart from probably Alfonso and Maxwell Cornet. The rest, Freddie Potts I've heard of, a young striker if I remember correctly, but apart from that it's mostly youngsters. But a strong West Ham side. This is basically their last big test before, I think they play in Germany next week, or a German side next week, and then they're in Carabao Cup, and then they're starting, aren't they? So yeah, it's going to be good to see West Ham. A lot of players in there, Ward-Prowse alike. Jared Bowen is obviously an exceptional player. He'll get a nice reception today at Ibrox, I'm sure. Mohamed Kante as well. So, yeah, Mamadou Kante is a good player. Is there anybody in there you're looking forward to seeing from West Ham?
Do you know what? Just Jared Bowen. I think he's excellent. I'm pleased for them that he stayed, but I wondered when they went down the Championship, would he head off elsewhere? But I think it's huge for them that he stayed this season. I think they're kind of in a similar position to us, aren't they? Because this is Santos' first full season. I think he joined them last September, so this is his first pre-season, and obviously he has to work on getting them back up to the EPL as soon as possible. Kind of similar to Derek McInnes, he's got a huge job in his hand. He has to get us winning that title. So very interesting game, couple of parallels between the teams as well.
Yeah, we'll have full updates coming up from the gantry. Referee today is Don Robertson. Sigh. You all know how much Stevie likes Don Robertson. Yeah, so we will have all the updates coming up from the gantry. Let's hope they're positive ones for Rangers this afternoon. See you soon. You ready, aye? You ready? Aye. 12 minutes on the clock. It's Rangers 0, West Ham 0. But Rangers do. Rangers have started pretty well. A lot of attacking intent. They broke away quite early. Diamandi with a choice. He overplayed the pass. Diamandi later involved in a good shot, but Rangers have shown a lot of intent, especially down the left-hand side. Roman's getting forward, Gassama being involved, but the start of the show so far is Cammy Devlin again. He's in amongst everything.
Yeah, he's up in players' faces, he's winning tackles, he's winning the ball back, things that have got nothing to do with him. He's going over there, he's getting himself involved. Brilliant, love to see it. We've needed it for a very, very long time, Stevie, and it's absolutely brilliant to have it. But listen, panic, what panic? We're doing great. A lot of joy down the left, like you said. Asgard as well, a couple of nice touches, linking up very well with two Romans. The Deary pressing as well.
Yeah, it's been good. They've shown a lot so far. Certainly a lot more attacking intent than they did. West Ham of Dujon Sterling, who's captain the side, jumping in there. The Rangers look like a lot more up for it, a lot more better pace, better tempo as well. Derek McInnes roaring at the team earlier to get forward on that side. And they're certainly showing a lot more intent. That's what I like about it. The word intent's probably it. Devlin swings one in there, it's a goal, he takes it. But after 12 and a half minutes or so, it is 0-0, but it has been, it's for a friendly, it's good. The pace is good, the intent is there. And it's a pretty healthy crowd as well at Ibrox. So far 0-0, but it's a lot to like so far. 39 on the clock, it remains 0-0. I suppose the biggest issue for Rangers is that, and it's the deficiencies coming through. We've not got enough in the final third, have we? There's not that quality. Curtis hasn't been in the game the right. Gassama hasn't really affected it on the left. Asgard, if you're looking for him to be a 10, isn't getting on the ball enough, and Nadiri isn't in the game. So, I mean, that's quite slating. It's not meaning to be, but it just shows the fact that we've had very little in front of goals.
No, there hasn't been much. The ball's not really got anywhere near. Nadiri, give or take, a couple of shots from an early press. There's not been much going on at all. It's spread a wee bit more evenly now, Stevie, after that first 15 minutes when it was all Rangers. West Ham have got a wee bit more of the ball. We are winning the ball back at times, but Gassama and Diamandi's passing has been absolutely dire. They've done well to win the ball back, but then that pass hasn't materialised afterwards, and we're really feeling it. Good save from Pandur there from the West Ham free kick. It bounced right in front of him, but other than that, we've kind of not lost the plot, but the game's a wee bit more evenly spread now.
Yeah, he lost the ascendancy, I think is the best way to describe it. You're right about Diamandi. He gets himself into a lot of promising positions, but there's no incision in his passing. Can't break the lines. Rangers do have a free kick from Tello Asgard here at wide, which may as well stay with. Cammy Devlin has been in the middle of absolutely everything, causing a wee fight. Breaking up play, causing fights, but Tello Asgard does have it. Rangers at the side of the box here. He will try and swing this in. He does, but it's headed out. Doesn't beat the first man. It remains 0-0. Bang on, 40 minutes gone. 0-0 it will be at half time. Sheryl, what's your overall thoughts?
Like you say, it's the deficiencies that we were all worried about as the game's gone on have come into play. We started very brightly the first 15 minutes. There was a nice balance to the midfield. We were pressing, but then as the game's wore on, those worries that we have about the quality, about the midfield, about the need for wingers as well, have all come to the fore. So still those concerns. I'd be interested to hear what Derek McInnes will say post-match about the targets that we have in play, because we definitely need to get more quality in here. One person that I think we will probably be there'll be a few people joining us, but the head of the fan club, Cammy Devlin, just been in everything. We just said there, how long have we waited for somebody that's going around, that's shouting, that's giving instructions, giving encouragement. He's your man.
Yeah. And it is, whistle has gone. It's 0-0 at half time. Interested to see what we do in the second half. If Derek McInnes is given chances to Gassama and Curtis and Nadiri and Asgard, Need to do better in the second half. 0-0 at half time. Here we are at a wind-swept Ibrox Stadium. Not for me, more for Sheryl, certainly not for me. But it is. Second half's just got underway. A number of changes for Rangers at half time. West Ham just going forward. Good tackle by Sterling. Rangers are now 3 at the back. It's Dujon, Sterling, Manny Fernandez and Ben Godfrey. On the right as a wing-back is Ollie Antman. On the left as a wing-back is Tour Romans. In midfield now it's Dan Neil, Mohamed Diamandi with Asgard in front of them. Behind Shanklin and Yusuf Chermiti. Sheryl, interesting to see what he's done here.
Yeah, a lot of changes, but I think as we said at the end of the first half, it all got a wee bit flat, hadn't it? There wasn't much happening, so I can fully understand with Friday in mind. He needs to see who his starters are going to be, so yeah, completely change it second half.
Yeah, he's certainly animated on the sideline, Derek McInnes. Ollie Antman has already had the brunt of his shouting a few times. West Ham able to move this to Jared Bowen. He's going to feed that through, but Dan Neil wins it. It's the out ball for Rangers. Like, how do they get out? Is concerns me. There's not much pace in it now. Gassama, I said it at half time, Gassama and Curtis had not done a lot at all. Curtis in particular was pretty anonymous, but here's where it becomes problematic because there is a lot of space now down the side. So West Ham win the corner as the ball's looked over and Sterling's nod back can't be kept in. Rangers are pretty open at the wide, so it'll require Antman and Romans to tuck in, and they're not them kind of players. So a wee bit of risk and reward for Rangers.
There is, but already you can see it doesn't seem to be paying off, does it? We're not starting particularly well compared to the first half. I think he's got a bit of a decision to make Friday in mind.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the problem. I think most people would say that we're not quite ready for Friday attacking wise, but West Ham put a corner in, Pandur does get the punch and Neil clears it out of field, so I don't think we're quite ready for Friday attacking wise. That's the biggest thing, and I'm not sure why there's a 3 at the back switch. I don't know if that's in his mind going forward. I don't think we have the personnel on the right side to play 3 at the back either. So McCrory did play there for City though, so just need to wait and see. But interesting enough, let's see how this goes. Start of the second half and it means 0-0. Means 0-0, 70 on the clock. Rangers a couple of half efforts, I suppose. There was a knockdown by Yusuf Chermiti that Diamandi tried to header and was blocked, and then Asgard done well to win a free kick, which he produced a good save for the goalkeeper, and then subsequently injured in that fall. There's not really been a great deal else.
There hasn't. It's not working really though, is it? The change of shape hasn't worked. We desperately miss Devlin. Just that lack of quality. I think he needs to change it because it's not working at the moment.
Yeah, he'll be trying things out, won't he, with it being a pre-season. Devlin went off as a half-time sub. We have missed that bite, but Dan Neil trying to feed one through. Chukwani's come on for Asgard. I'm not sure he's had much of a touch yet.
No. Link up between Antman and Shanklin, but that's
West Ham are in here, but that's an overhit pass. He's looking for Ward-Prowse at the back. Ben Godfrey's going to win that. You knew he was going to win that, and that's Rangers' ball. So James Ward-Prowse doesn't agree, but it certainly was really good by Ben Godfrey there. He made that his. Not a lot in front of goals. I think that's the biggest problem for Rangers so far, and that lack of quality in the final third is a big concern. West Ham about to bring on a pile of kids, I think. So yeah, I think there's 4 youngsters coming on. I think you'll see Bowen and Ward-Prowse and things go off here, but it remains 0-0, 72 gone. Can anyone get the breakthrough? We'll wait and see. Full-time fast approaching. Nadeem Barami was a replacement for Mohamed Diamandi. Man of the match from the crowd was, or from the stadium rather, was given to Dujon Sterling. Rangers have went back to 4-4-2. There's not much else. There was a Lawrence Shanklin header from a good cross by Romans. Chermiti had an effort at bar post, but that aside, it's not looked likely for either really, as West Ham swing one in. Rangers will clear this out as well. Sheryl, your overall thoughts?
It just hasn't worked. The 3-5-2 didn't work the second half, did it? West Ham just kind of seemed to be able to play right through it, and we ended up with just players that were completely out of position, so that hasn't worked. We said it earlier on, we missed the industry and the breaking up the play and the winning tackles from Devlin. We definitely missed that, and we still have the questions around the absolute lack of quality, and the wingers as well. I didn't see anything other than a couple of kind of small passages of play from Ant-Man to convince me that he has any kind of future in the club, or he would be good out wide. What about you?
I just think too many players play on the peripheral of games and stuff. I think I think Bayrami, Chukwani, Ant-Man, Gassama, they're all on the periphery. Nobody's really going, I want to be in this team and I want to stay in it.
Yes.
That's my biggest thing that I'm worried about. In the friendly games, you go and try and take that chance. They've not took it today. It's going to finish 0-0, which I think is a big indication of what we lack, and it's match winners in the final third of play. What you can say positively is that Derek McInnes went through a pre-season, not tasted defeat yet. Touch wood, he's got a minute or so to see through, but we go to Tannadice next Friday, and I think he'll know more than anybody of what we need. And we'll just wait and see. Dragicevic didn't play today, his work permit isn't ready yet, or his visa rather, but we'll hope that that's sorted out.
He get his fitness up as well, because that's a big question. Obviously he hasn't had a pre-season, but what I suppose, if we're trying to be a wee bit more positive, I thought what we've spoken about him, Ben Godfrey, looked decent. He did. He looked pretty assured at the back alongside Sterling. Manny Fernandez looked a wee bit more assured than he did on Wednesday as well. So there's a couple of positives if we're desperately trying to pluck something from there.
Defensively, I think we've done really well. So
O'Malley, please contact Renina Stewart. Donna or Chris O'Malley, please contact Renina Stewart. Thank you.
Yeah, this one's going to peter out and end. Rangers 0, West Ham 0, and it's on to Tannadice on Friday. And we'll see what we can do in the transfer market this week. There's definitely room for a winger or two, that's for sure. Rangers, the quality in the final third just isn't right. Onwards to Tannadice. Anything you want to say before we go?
Absolutely no. Let's just keep our fingers tight crossed that we get a winger, maybe a centre half before Friday. It's offside.
Just the proverbial mile offside, yeah. Plenty of business to be done. It finishes 0-0 here at Ibrox. That'll do. Rangers pre-season is all over now, and let's see where the league takes us. The Four Lads Rangers podcast is proudly sponsored by Candid, LBJ Consultants, CBD Oil Scotland, Elite Scooters Scotland and Metaclad, Four Lads exclusive roofing partner. The Aesthetics Lounge by Sharon, Denhay, the quintessential British bacon. Thank you to all our sponsors, and in partnership with Black Rooster, Art of Gold and Rangers Youth Development Company. Thank you for listening to or watching the podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show.